What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. It is your boy, that guy, the dryer newt here. And man, Modern Warfare 3 is doomed if we have this one thing that is in Modern Warfare 2 currently, and that is basically the direction, or I guess projectile, of where the center of your screen is. And over the past couple of years, it has always been tied to the center of your screen. You know, it was never tied to your gun barrel like it is in MW2. And it is really hard as a mouse and keyboard player to be very accurate in this game. A lot of people are saying that, like, oh, the mouse felt sluggish, they have like a weird mouse excel. Well, that's not the case, and here to explain it a little more is a little section from Flux's video. Link to his full video will be down in the description below. Be sure to go give him a subscribe because he breaks it down really well.
When you look or aim around with the mouse in the game, your eye is continually and naturally drawn to the center point due to the physics of this effect. You're welcome to pause the video to read the comment in more detail. Now, when aimed down sight, the issue is not so bad, but look at the difference when you're running around with your hipfire crosshairs. They're all over the place. Contrast this with Modern Warfare 2019, where the hipfire crosshairs follow the camera perfectly. Back to Modern Warfare 2022, I'm trying to do the same thing where I flick from one point to another, but my flicks are terrible in hipfire because I do not get the immediate feedback from the crosshairs. My speed and accuracy are way better when aimed down sight. But Flux, I hear you say, there's a setting to make crosshairs static. Yes, this is true, but let's have a look at what the in-game description says. Note, the static value is an accessibility feature that reduces motion sickness, but does not accurately represent the direction of the fire. So, what this means for mouse players is that either your hipfire flicks are slow and inaccurate because of the ridiculous weapon sway mechanic giving poor feedback, or your crosshairs do not accurately represent where the bullets are going to go. Out of these options, static is probably the way to go, but there will be many situations where you flick to an enemy while transitioning to aiming down sight, and you will notice no hit markers. So you end up overcorrecting your flick, but then the gun catches up and you are off target again. Now you are finally aimed fully down sight, and you can be accurate.
So with that being said, you guys can now see that we have a problem. And if this is an MW3, we have a huge problem. And that is going to be basically, you're never going to be as accurate as you can because they have actively nerfed mouse and keyboard players while buffing controller players. And the fact that the reason why you feel this so much is because on mouse and keyboard you have to try to be insanely accurate. Like, you gotta try your best to be as accurate as possible because we have nothing assisting us. Don't get me wrong, aim assist is needed for controllers, and controller players, you should hate this too, because that means that your first couple of shots right when you ADS is going to take some time to you know, it takes some time to get to the center of your screen, right? But you also have one caveat. As a controller player, you have aim assist helping you there. So the bullets kind of like, I want to say magnetized, but it's a lot different when you are on a controller. You don't feel the effects as much as if you're on mouse and keyboard. And it is something that is going to ruin MW3 if this is the case. Couple that along with visual clutter and just a bunch of visual clutter, a bunch of visual recoil. It just makes it almost impossible to play this game at a top level for mouse and keyboard. This is only for MW2, but if this is the same thing as an MW3, I really don't know what to do. I'm actually curious to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below, because this is very disheartening and it's going to make the game mostly unplayable for a lot of people. And I know people say, well, just adapt or switch the controller. Yeah, but you shouldn't be isolating one input. This is a cross input game, and all inputs should get the same amount of support. I guess like one solution to this would be for a mouse and keyboard based on that input device, you get to disable certain features. Like maybe if you want it shooting from the middle of your screen instead of your gun barrel, you have that option, or maybe have it a toggle option for everybody, right? Make it to where we can reduce the visual clutter, make it so that you can reduce the visual shake on your guns, the visual recoil, or maybe just get rid of it. I prefer to get rid of it completely. But those are just some of the things that I can like come up with. I don't think there's a good solution, but just get rid of the garbage, having your barrel be the point where your bullets come out of, because that's just stupid. It should be the center of your screen. It should always be the center of your screen, and that's my personal opinion. But here we go, where COD has to innovate on something that's not broken, and then they create a new problem and they don't fix it. So the problem didn't even need to be fixing. The fix is not doing it. But guys, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say down below. Let me know. As always, remember, stay blessed and stay humble, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace.